Hi, I want to shoot myself because once again I have been talking into this camera and the video was not turned on. So I have spent the last few minutes giving you superb information that you will never get to see. So let me see if I can replicate it now. What I wanted to do today was to give you a little bit of an update. Not really too much of a medical update because it's too soon. I can't do that yet. I have my first appointment scheduled for next Tuesday afternoon, and I should possibly know a little bit more then, maybe not, but I may have some indications about what the protocols might be depending upon whether it's this or that, and I'll certainly have something to share. I want to get a second opinion as well, and I found a second doctor I want to check into, but I'm not sure how it works in terms of the insurance, and I really need for the insurance to pay for this because I'm not going to be able to do it, so I want to make sure I'm not going to run into issues. The last time I called the insurance company to see if they covered something, she read to me from the book, and it was ambiguous at best. So I certainly, I want to hear it from somebody who might know what they're talking about. And I did email my primary physician and ask him if he could give me an idea of whether I could set up the second one now so that I have them going very quickly one after the other so I can get moving on whatever the treatment turns out to be. I'm much more at peace with the whole thing, and I do realize I'm human. And I, like everybody else, have my moments where something will be a shock to me. I don't expect it, and I don't know how to deal with it. Initially, the reaction is like truly a gut reaction where you feel like somebody kicked you in the gut. But I'm better with it now. I truly believe that the things that happen to us on this earth are of our own choosing on a higher level where we know what our souls need to grow. That's a whole other topic. In any case, I'm okay with where I am at this point. I'm praying, and I thank every one of you who has sent me prayers and sent me good thoughts and healing vibes. I'm beyond blessed by all of it and all of you and the incredible friends that I have made here on YouTube. And who would have known when I began this journey, sitting there in front of my camera, not quite sure where the road was going to take me, but I suspect the road is going to take all of us on an interesting journey. So that's where I am medically, with no major changes at this point. On another level, I really wanted to talk to you a little bit about the life lessons that we're presented with every single day if we use our senses, if we hear, if we see, if we sense something going on. Let me give you an example. I'm on these dating sites, and of course, with everything that's been going on with me, that's been the last thing on my mind for a while. Not that I have ever really dived into it. I have kind of put my toe in that pond to see where it takes me and to see if I had any interest. And it was a way of, I'm reinventing myself as I sit here every single day of my life, because if we don't continue to reinvent ourselves, we go stagnant, we can get very depressed, and we can look at the road that we're on as a sad or difficult place. But it depends upon the way you look at it, the effect that it's going to have on you, and all the wonderful things that you might find along the road and when you get to the destination in whatever way that you do. So I had clicked on to, actually what happened was I got an email telling me that somebody had contacted me from one of the sites, and I clicked on it, and the man had sent me a message. I don't even remember what the message said, because this was during the time that I was in crisis emotionally with this medical stuff that was going on for me. So I guess I read it or started to read it or maybe didn't read it. I don't even know. But nothing happened after that. A couple of days later, I got another email saying something about my lack of response. And I got a nasty, what I perceived to be a nasty little comment from him that I didn't have the courtesy of answering him when he wrote to me, and that spoke, his word, reams about me. My initial response was, I got upset, I got angry, because I thought, how presumptuous of you to assume that that's what it was. And I wrote back precipitously. I probably should not have, because what I wrote back was, never judge a book by its cover. I happen to be going through some medical stuff right now, and that's why you didn't hear from me. And then I said, but your writing what you did speaks volumes about who you are. And I sent it off. Well, as a little bit of time went by, it really, really bothered me what I had done, because I felt like when he wrote that to me, he had to be feeling hurt. He really had to be feeling hurt that here he reached out. It might have been hard for him to reach out. It might have been something that took a lot for him to put, I would say pen to paper, but fingers to keyboard, to write that little message to me. And the more I thought about it, I thought, oh my God, so how my curt reaction to his reaction might have hit him. You know, they always talk about that when we die, we have a life review, and that we get to experience the things of our life, not only from our point of view, but from the point of view of the people affected by it. That not only can we see their reaction to it, we can feel it as if we are them. How wonderful would it be if we could do that while we're still here, while we can make a difference in the lives of other people? So I think that's a really, really important life lesson. The next time somebody says something unkind or is curt or seems to make a remark that you take as being very negative, think about what might be happening for them. Might really have nothing to do with you. So just wanted to share that. I continue to learn things every single day, and I'm grateful for the lessons that life presents, and I really want to share more of them with you, because I think we all have our experiences, and perhaps as I share, you can share with me in the comments below. And I know that you're so wonderfully interactive, and I appreciate you all. I really love you and feel very, very attached to this incredible group of people in what is a growing community that I can only attribute the growth to the wonderful friends that I have here who have buoyed me up and talked about me and shared my story or shared the experience of me with people I never would have met otherwise. So they all, I'm sure, know who they are, and I don't want to mention them for fear that I might miss one person, but I thank you so much. I just feel so lucky to be here and to be part of this group of amazing, amazing people. So that's going to be it for today, except I cannot ever not tell you what's going on with my makeup. My makeup today, it may not look bad in this. I think possibly it does not. It's very interesting. I'm just looking at myself and I see that my highlight, when I added just a little bit of blush to my cheeks, my highlights seem to have disappeared just a little bit. So I want to add it because it gives the illusion, or perhaps more accurately, it gives me the delusion of thinking that my skin looks a little bit younger. Okay, I have not, because of everything that's been going on with me, I have not been doing my skincare. I don't even want to say religiously. I haven't been doing it a lot of the time because by the time I'm ready for bed, I'm exhausted. I haven't even put makeup on a few days, and I never do that. I put makeup on for me. Even if I never see the light of day outside the house, it's for me because it makes me feel like I'm human and I'm part of this world, and I want to look the best me that I can be. So my skin has gotten quite dry again, and putting on the makeup today, and it's the usual makeup that I wear. It's the Mironess Velvet Maxi Lift, and this is a wonderful, wonderful makeup for mature skin, yet it looks a little bit craggy. I even used my Mally primer, and I was not getting the results that I should be getting. I did use the Clarins this morning. I've not been using it all the time. I have not been using my Nivea Skin Firming and Toning. I always forget the exact name, but I have not been using that lately, and I can see a difference. I really need to continue to use it. I still am doing pretty well, but I did notice a little more in the pooches here that you know, I need to work on that a little bit. The fact that I'm even thinking about it, I think, is a good sign, so that's good. All right, so I'm wearing that makeup. I am wearing powder today in terms of my blush. Always use my Hoola to start the contouring. And this, as I told you, my Tarteist Pro Glow to Go. This is my absolute go-to lately. It's very easy. It gives me a nice glow without being crazy overboard. And it's just easy to use, and it smells delicious. It smells like some kind of food that I love and probably no longer eat. It has that kind of a, I don't know, almost some kind of cake or cookie or some delicious, to me, scent. I also used a little bit for the strobing, the LA Colors face palette for the strobing, and I used the last two colors just for my, well, I don't want to say blush, it's more like my bronzer. And then I used for the blush today, I used my Becca, and this is my eyes are getting worse. It is the Beach Tint. Oh God, my eyes really are getting worse. Beach Tint. I'll put it down below because I can't read it. And this is in the red with the gold, and it's only because it's the one that was here. It's not the one I would have chosen for today. What is the color on this? Watermelon Moonstone. So that is it. I used very little of it. And then, of course, I used my Blend Smart brush to just brush it in so that it has that flawless kind of application. For my eyes, I went very simple today with the very first palette I had gotten over a year ago. It was during a year ago's train case from Ulta for Christmas. And it's this. I had gotten some really, really good things in that case it's a year and a couple of months ago. And I just used this one, aside from the Revlon Color Stay. It's kind of a gold look as the base for my mobile eyelid. And then I put a tiny bit of the Magnificent Metals in the Diamond Dust in the middle, just a tiny, tiny bit. I used my Mironess Shona Concealer Ombre Stick under my eyebrows for that little bit of lift. I use it a tiny bit here. I use it in the center of my nose a little bit. Again, just to do that little bit of contouring there. And this is it. And I cannot forget the lips because you always ask. Today what I did was I lined my lips with the Mironess Auto Lip Liner Duet. And this one is in Cherry Delights. It's number 7, and it's two-sided. So the color I used today was the darker of the two colors. You can kind of see it a little bit. There you go. And I'll show you the other side of it just for reference for when you're using lighter colors on your lips. So this is kind of a mauvey. This would be great with the nudes. What I did today was just a tiny bit different in the way I applied it. No different products whatsoever. I used the, again, the old tried and true 305 Copper Charm from, which one was this again? Maybelline. Old, they may not have this color anymore, but this is, it's kind of a little bit in the brownie coffee kind of family in the corners. The second color that I used was one that I use all the time as well. This is Moisture Renew lipstick, and it is number 240, Tower of Mauve is what it's called. And this one is Rimmel of London. And this is what the color looks like. And I did that all the way over. Now, what I did a little bit differently this time is that I came farther over. So I ended it right here and right here. So that the center that I did, that I always do in the lighter color for that gradient look, I used the Caramel Latte today, and that is L'Oreal. Again, I've told you before, I'm just in love with the smell of this one. It takes me back to my youth. It's kind of in the Goldie family, just a tiny bit in the center, top and bottom. And then to polish off the look for me, in the center, on the bottom, I took my Honey Fizz, my Love Me Do. I don't know what I'm going to do when these run out because I think, you know, they are discontinued. But all I did was take a little bit of this right here. Because what it does is, once again, it just gives me that little bit of a pouty look. Kind of like it. So that's it. I think I probably would have looked a whole heck of a lot better if I did, in fact, do the wig. But didn't feel like doing it today. So you have to accept me sort of a cappella. This is me in all my glory, or lack thereof. So that's the story for today. Just wanted to come on and let you know that my channel is going to continue to be about all the things that it's been about up to now. I really love to talk to you about the things that I think are really important in life as we're aging, but not even as we're aging. They're important lessons and things that can make our lives better, whatever stage of progress you happen to be at. So if you enjoy that, I'll certainly keep doing that. And I will bring you updates, but once again, I just don't want it to be about doom and gloom. It's not who I am. And I will talk to you all soon. Take care and have a wonderful day. We had a horrible day here yesterday. It was, we had a nor'easter for the second time in a week. And we had heavy snow mixed with rain. By the end of the day, it wasn't that much accumulation, thank goodness. It could have been much worse. And today the sun is shining and the temperature's in the low 40s, so I'm hoping a good bit of it will melt. So on that note, wherever you are, enjoy the day, whatever it brings, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Love you.